Back. Well, the BJP and the JDS seem to have agreed on a quid pro quo deal. Like the saying goes, my enemy's enemy is my friend, seems to be the trend in Karnataka. K.S. Ishwarappa and Kumaraswamy held a meeting at Jagdish Shettar's office. Now, Puttana will be the deputy chairman of the council. D.H. Shankar Murthy will continue as the chairman of the council. Now, the incumbent chairperson, Vimala Gowda, will be asked to step aside to make way for Puttana. In fact, the BJP and the JDS seem to have struck a deal, and like the saying goes, my enemy's enemy is my friend. Now that looks like it's happening right here in Karnataka. K.S. Ishwarappa and Kumaraswamy held a meeting at Jagdish Shettar's office. Puttana will now be the deputy chairman of the council. D.H. Shankar Murthy will continue as the chairman of the council. The incumbent chairperson, Vimala Gowda, will be asked to step aside to make way for Puttana. Well, an FIR has been filed against M.S. Narayanaswamy, District Unit President of the Karnataka Dalita Rakshana Vedike, who allegedly threatened Mulbagal MLA G. Manjunath. Narayanaswamy has been booked under various IPC sections such as 504, 506, 464 and 465 of the Indian Penal Code. Narayanaswamy had allegedly shot a letter and asked him to resign from his assembly seat within a week, failing which he and his family would be killed. In fact, a letter was sent to the MLA. The MLA stated that they have spoken to each other in the past, but are not friends at all. So basically just acquaintances and have never had any rivalry in the past as well. So he was shocked when this letter was sent to him. He immediately filed an FIR. And now the FIR has been registered against M.S. Narayanaswamy, District Unit President of the Karnataka Dalita Rakshana Vedike, for what he did. Now, Narayanaswamy has been booked under IPC sections 504, 506, 464 and 465 of the Indian Penal Code. Well, for more on this, I'm joined in by my colleague Nishchita. Nishchita, can you first tell us under what sections they have been booked and what are those sections about?
Well, in fact, these are sections 504, 506, 464 and 465, as you rightly mentioned, Nolan, and they primarily amount to intentionally insulting a person, issuing death threats to a person, threatening a person, breaching public peace. These are what the IPC sections come under. Now, we're giving a little backdrop on what exactly had happened. The Mulbagal MLA, G. Manjunath, had approached the SP of Kolar, stating that he has been receiving death threats from M.S. Narayanaswamy, who is the District Unit President of the Karnataka Dalita Rakshana Vedike, and there was a letter that Manjunath submitted along with his complaint to the SP. There was no formal complaint as such lodged, but he approached the police official a few days back, and this particular letter was sent across by M.S. Narayanaswamy. The entire letter was written in very, very bad language. In fact, in the letter, Narayanaswamy had gone on to allege that the Mulbagal MLA had come to power by falsely claiming to be a part of a scheduled caste, and that he had furnished a false caste certificate just to get through the elections, and that if he does not tender resignation from his post as the MLA of Mulbagal, then he and his family will be killed. In fact, there were statements also made in which the writer of the person writing the letter had gone on to threaten Manjunath that his wife will be raped and he will be killed and his entire family will be killed if he does not step down as from the post. Narayanaswamy in the letter even went on to claim that if he contests elections, he very well knows how to win the elections, and that the police are also on his side and the police will support him on this front, is what Narayanaswamy had gone on to state in the letter. But when the police officials received the letter and they approached Narayanaswamy, questioned him why he was issuing such death threats, the latter went on to say that he had not done any such thing and that it was all false accusations against him, and that there was someone else using his name and issuing the death threats to Manjunath. The police officials managed to corroborate this with the fact that the signature on the letter did not match Narayanaswamy's signature. In fact, we too had spoken to Narayanaswamy, Nolan, and he went on to state that another Narayanaswamy who resides in Ambedkar Colony, Ambedkar Nagar, is the one misusing his name and issuing such death threats. So there was some sort of a confusion, but now the police officials have registered an FIR against the district unit president himself under 504, 506, 464 and 465, Nolan.
Right, Nishita, many thanks for all that. Well, our netas keep stashed hidden in Swiss banks or other places, that is all their money. But Giriraj Singh's wealth was exposed when his house was burgled. The police recovered 1.14 crore in cash, $600 gold and silver jewelry, and also 6 luxury watches purportedly stolen from him. Now, the JDU staged a protest in front of the assembly in Patna, demanding to know where the BJP leader got his wealth from. They held placards which read, "Modi Sarkar ke achhe din aa gaye," suggesting that the BJP government was looting the country. Now, the 4 accused, including the MP's bodyguard, domestic servant, apartment security guard and another accomplice, entered his flat yesterday when he was away in Delhi. In fact, the senior BJP leader now has stated that the 1 crore in cash found at his home is not his. In fact, he was quoted as saying, "It belongs to a cousin of mine. Giriraj Singh is clean and will remain so," unquote. Now, the police had stated on Tuesday that they would ask Giriraj Singh to explain the words of cash in his election papers in the month of May. He said that he owns about 2 lakhs in cash only. Now, the opposition has dared him to explain the money discovered at his home. He says now that it's all a political conspiracy to malign his name.
जिसका है वो कल बोलेगा। मेरे कजन का मैं बताऊंगा कल, वही बताएगा। कहाँ बताएगा? बताएगा, सबके सामने बताएगा। अरे भाई, सबके सामने बताएगा, सबके सामने बताएगा। बताएगा, आप तक पहुंच जाएगा। हाँ, नहीं, ठीक है, अपोजिशन को बोलने दीजिए। गिरिराज सिंह पाक साफ है, पाक साफ होगा, मेरे कजन हैं और वो कल बोलेंगे। चलिए, अब का ये पॉलिटिकल साजिश है और मैं कल बोलूंगा। अब मैं कल बोलूंगा, पॉलिटिकल कॉन्स्पिरेसी है और सबके चेहरे को मैं दिखा दूंगा। कल जिस मेरा एक कजन है उसने रखा था, वो कल बोलेगा। अब ये जो लोग हैं उनके चेहरे को भी बता दूंगा।
Well, the Supreme Court on Wednesday issued notice to Salman Khan on a petition filed by the Rajasthan government challenging a High Court order suspending his conviction in the Black Buck killing case. The top court asked the actor to file his reply within 4 weeks. Salman Khan had been sentenced to 5 years in jail by a trial court in the case. Well, the Supreme Court has issued notice to actor Salman Khan in the 1998 killing of Black Bucks during a film shooting in Rajasthan. The top court's notice followed the Rajasthan government's petition challenging a High Court order suspending the actor's conviction in the case. Salman Khan and 5 others have been accused of poaching 2 black bucks in October 1998 in a village near Jodhpur during the shooting of a film. The actor was sentenced to 5 years in jail and is currently out on bail. Well, Devi Sri Baba, who shot to fame because of his sex scandal, has turned into a movie producer. Now, the Muhurtam for the movie Kaituttu was held today at a temple in Chikbalapur. Now, interestingly, BJP leader Tara plays an important role in the movie, and the film is directed by Rajiv Krishna. There you can see his Tara's picture on the poster over there. Devi Shree's Baba's picture as well there as the producer. Now, Devi Shree Guruji was popular through his astrology-related talks and predictions on private TV channels and was embroiled in a sex scandal.